Good morning. My name is Harry Clark, and welcome again to A Senior's Perspective with a Twist. Today, I want to talk about manners. Um, Manners are a behavior that people exhibit when they are around others. We call it etiquette. Your etiquette desires help. um, Manners are actually behaviors that are expected and many times required in our society. We as seniors remember a lot of times when we were younger, the requirements that were put upon us by our elders when we were around them and when we were around others. When we were with our families, our mothers and fathers expected us to display certain types of behaviors. We call them, again, manners when we were around others. Today, in comparison, what we as seniors see, there's a big difference a lot of times in what we see displayed by others concerning manners. Manners are how you get along with others when you display them in the proper way. Without manners, many times there is disquiet. Could be uproar between us. When I say us, I'm talking about as individuals and others. It could be in society, going around in stores and not displaying certain types of behaviors. It could be at certain events. It could just be out in public. But again, manners are behaviors that we all need, such as opening doors for others. We're taught that when we're young to say thank you when someone hands us and gives us something. When we, those of us who have done this, played sports, it's good to show sportsmanship. You lose the game, at the end of the game, you shake the opponent's hand. We've seen professionals walk off the floor these days when they lose a game. Putting it simply, that's bad manners. We call it sportsmanship, but it's still manners. When you get a promotion on your job, you should say thank you. When someone hands you something, you should say thank you. Manners will get you in a lot of places and situations, will get you far. Without manners, you could be left out, so to speak. You could be overlooked. Manners are or bring to society, to ourselves, harmony. Without manners, it's almost like a free-for-all. Manners need to be taught to us when we're young. I, as an adult, have been learning about my manners at times. Sometimes when I have displayed good manners, and sometimes when I have forgotten, overlooked to say thank you. And a young person, a child, might say, you didn't say thank you. So manners are a requirement in our society if we expect to get along with others. And it also shows our character. It shows our attitude towards others when they are helpful to us, when they have benefited us. We show manners. Manners are good. Manners, as I said, will get you far in society. And even if someone does not reward you for your good manners, you ought to have good manners. You should have good manners anyway. Because when you get around other people in society, it is a normal behavior that is expected. And as I said, required for us to get along with others. And good manners will get you noticed in a positive way. I mean, there are people who have bad manners. There are people who don't say thank you. There are people who won't open the door. They'll race to get to the door and open the door, but they're going to go in first. What do we do in a situation like that? You accept it. That's how you deal with people who don't have good manners. I'm not saying that you have to hold the door open for everybody that goes in, but if the occasion arises where a little old lady who you see is struggling to get to where she's going, and she happens to get to the door just slightly before you do, the proper thing would be to hold the door open for her. And it don't have to be a little old lady. It could be a child. It could be a young person. We're talking about manners now. How to behave yourself, how to conduct yourself when in society with others. We do need manners to get along. Because of bad manners, people have gotten upset, and you know the situation that has arisen. I can name all kinds of circumstances that arise out of bad manners. People have words with other people. Even driving, you hear of people cutting off others when they're driving, and drivers getting out of their cars, and bad manners being displayed because they are upset. Well, again, manners need to be part of our daily behavior, our daily conduct in society, where we show that we are aware of others, because that's what that's really showing and saying, that I'm aware of you, neighbor, and I do respect you. You see, you need to have good manners when it comes to people's personal property, when it comes to their privacy. You show manners. Manners really matters in today's society, because without it, it's a free-for-all. Without manners, civility is lost, and waiting your turn to speak when there's a conversation going on requires manners. It's a part of showing that you respect someone else when they're talking and you wait your turn. You may have an important point that you want to make, but the wise thing to do is to wait for an opportunity, and when your opportunity comes, then you have the opportunity to say what you need to say. Sometimes when I've been in a conversation with someone, they might be long-winded, and you have to get used to that. Everybody's not the same. Some people are short with what they have to say. Others seem to be longer than usual. They take a long time to get out what they need to say. And as a result, we have to wait. And that's part of having good manners. Manners do matter today because, as I said, without proper conduct, being around others, then we're not going to have a good day. And as far as good day is concerned, I've had days where someone else's bad manners has upset me. I've had days where I was upset and I did not show good manners. I'm admitting that. We've all had that. And as a result, I did not have a good day. I thought about how I acted, how I carried myself. And as a result, it was on my mind. I thought about it. I gave it thought. And as a result, many times finding myself in that situation over the years, I have thought about it and resolved to do better the next time. So, when you're around others, show good manners. Manners do matter. Etiquette. We all need that when we are in society, even at home. Sometimes I have found myself when I was a child, when I would burp, belch, some people call it, my parents would say, excuse me. And I find myself today, I can be by myself and I belch or burp and I say, excuse me. If I do it out in public, it's natural for me to say, excuse me. Good manners, we're saying today on a senior's perspective with a twist, is a good thing. Do you have good manners? If not, then it's time that we learn to have good manners, because society does require that you and I display good manners. Well, that's all for today. And if you like what you heard, I ask that you hit that subscribe button. If you have a comment you want to make, we welcome that too. So, with good manners, I say goodbye and have a good day. Thank you.